In today's video, I'm going to go over strategies for business, and this time I'm going to go over how this stuff is affecting my business, and also going to go over the weekend sales for Amazon and eBay, which surprisingly were quite awesome. So, let's do this thing.
Chase after the right price.
We got our babies. Say hi, babies. Say hi, Jackie boy. Say hi. And you, Gracie, say hi, girl. There you go. So these are our priority in this crazy time. But we're having fun with them. Say hi, guys. They're saying hi to each other. Look, can you see yourself, Jack? Yeah. So for starters, just a few things I wanted to mention. One, it is Monday, the 23rd. This video will probably come out Wednesday-ish. Also, there's going to be at least 3 more thrifting videos coming out for the next 3 Fridays. And those were recorded last week or before, so it'll be weeks before they come out that they were recorded. So just keep that in mind when watching. It doesn't mean I'm out thrifting, you know, during the madness. But also, some strategies that I'm utilizing to keep sales strong in this time and to keep things going. One, I'm selling a lot of Wii stuff. People are buying up Wii systems, controllers, accessories like crazy, so I'm getting those listed. 2, getting to my backlog, getting to the death piles, getting to everything that I possibly can and getting it listed, because I feel like right now may be the best time to do that, because we might have 2 weeks maybe of really good sales, and then people are going to start kind of, you know, focusing on the essentials. Right now people are buying up entertainment, so my advice would be to get everything that you have listed, especially if it's video games, movies, media. Get it listed. My sales are higher than they ever have been in March right now, which is amazing, but I'm definitely not taking it for granted, because I don't know how they're going to be a month from now or even 2 weeks from now. So I'm getting everything that I can listed, and just getting it all out there. And I'm also putting things on sale on eBay. So I did a video on Monday about that, just about doing promotions, pushing things, getting stale inventory moved as much as possible. So things are definitely going well as far as that goes. And those are just a few of the things that I suggest implementing in your business. Also for Amazon FBA, there's serious delays in shipping from the warehouses, and you can't even ship stuff to the warehouses until at least April 5th. So I'm doing Fulfilled by Merchant on Amazon. And I have 8 sales to show you guys that happened over the weekend on my limited Fulfilled by Merchant inventory, but I'm going to add to that significantly during this week and hopefully get a bunch of sales there, because stuff is still selling, and I think people are going to start moving to Fulfilled by Merchant because the warehouses just aren't going to be reliable, and they aren't reliable right now, especially with quick shipping speeds. So I'm focusing on Fulfilled by Merchant and pretty hardcore on eBay, getting everything that I can listed, getting it sold, being aggressive with pricing and whatnot, and, you know, just really trying to list high demand items like Wii stuff, anything video game related, DVDs, etc. So those are just some of my thoughts, and now we'll hop right into the sales. So I'll just kind of record the screen for you guys for Amazon. So this was the weekend of sales. 1,500 in after fees orders. The returns also pretty significant. So I think people are buying stuff and then kind of having buyer's remorse because of the unpredictability of the future. So expect returns. They're going to happen. So $243 in returns just over the weekend, which is kind of reminiscent of like after Christmas returns. So that's definitely spiked for this time period. Again, you're going to see the item that sold on the left, and then the after fees price all the way on the right. So I think I sold out on my NES game systems with Mario 1, 2, and 3 at the $159.99 price, which nets about $138. And those all get fully refurbished. All the games get taken apart and fully cleaned. So I definitely like getting a pretty high price for those, but that's still a pretty reasonable price considering all the work and the quality of the item. And then I'm selling a lot of cheaper games like this Borderlands 2, which nets $3.22. You can see Resistance Trilogy nets $55, which I had $20 into that at Disc Traders. Love seeing that one because they still price it at $20 at all the Disc Traders. Star Fox Adventures on GameCube nets $21.96. Zelda Wind Waker GameCube, $38. Oblivion, pretty good price to get for that one, which nets $8.53. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 sold for $26.90, and that nets $18.56. And then this is my private label Samson's Hair Care pomade, which I also use and enjoy selling, and that gets about $12. My buy cost on it is $8, so it's a 50% margin. It's like bare minimum that I would take, but it's good enough. Super Mario Bros. Probably for the NES, $10.96. NFL 2K5, a sports game that you can look for if you want to get a sports game that sells for about $8.44 if it's complete after fees. Wii's selling really well right now. These ones I could have sold for a lot more, but I just held at the $100 Wii with Wii Sports game. These ones were in the warehouse previously, and so they're netting about $80. And I'm sold out on those. I do have more that I'm going to list fulfilled by merchant that I was able to get. Super Mario World, $26.95, nets $18. Mario Party 6, $54.99, which is $42. And then some really cheap games there, and then Double Dash. So GameCube games are definitely selling really well. If you have any of those, recommend getting those listed. So you can see this is just a ton of sales. Take note of anything you're interested in. But you can see like 360, 4 gigabytes, nets about $63. There's another Wii. And it's taken Amazon a long time to get these shipped. A lot of these sold like a while ago. But there's a couple more of the NESs for $159.99. A bunch of cheaper games. But these definitely add up. The Wii console with Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. You guys saw the pending order in the video a few days ago, and it shipped for $119. PSP 3,095, nets about $80. PS2 console regular $55 is what it comes to. And again, I still sell the Wii Fit Plus balance boards. You got to get the buy box on them, and got to sell them with Wii Fit Plus. But they net $31 right now, which is a little bit higher than normal. They usually do sell better after Christmas than they do during Christmas, which is kind of backwards, but that's how it works with those. Then I have 8 unshipped orders. These are all fulfilled by merchant. So the 2DS Super Mario Maker Edition sold for $125. I got that as a GameStop promotion for $80, and it came with a free game, which I believe I got the Mario Maker game, like actual physical game, which is kind of funny because that comes pre-installed on the system. But that was a great buy. That'll net about 105 or 110 after shipping and fees. And then again, selling Wii remote controllers like crazy. $14.64 each, and each person here bought 2 of them, which is a great price to get for the original Wii remote controllers. Hunger Games 4-film collection sold for $18.99. and I believe that's Blu-ray, but I had about $5 into it at the pawn shop. Sold the other TI 84 Plus for $58.72. That's going to net about $50, and my buy cost was $20. Two more Wii Remote controllers, 1464. That comes to like 10, and then 1080 or something, and then it'll be about $3 to ship. So I'm getting about $7-8 per Wii Remote, but that's better than normal, and normally they don't even sell. So, and then this is the brand new BA2 Plus financial calculator, $29.92, shipped. Had $10 into it. Will probably walk out with about 20 after fees and shipping. So that's the fulfilled by merchant orders, and I definitely don't have a lot listed, so that's a pretty high percentage that sold of what I have listed. So I'm going to continue to list more fulfilled by merchant this week, but as you can see, the sales for March have been really good. 25,000 in the last 30 days, 14,000 in the last 15, and then 7,300 in the last 7. So almost averaging 1,000 a day for the entire month, and that's pretty insane for March. Normally it'd be around 500 a day. So sales are high, and gonna keep those going as long as possible. You can see I still have 127 open orders from, the warehouses, so they are very slow to get things shipped right now. So we'll see how many of those go through, but I'm just gonna keep on doing what I can do and control, and hopefully Amazon will get those orders shipped. Okay, so I'm gonna jump over to eBay and share the screen with you guys. Honestly, the sales were pretty insane. So you can see here, 67 orders for $2,180.93. That's just over the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's Monday morning, 8:27, and I'm going to go through and print all the labels and kind of go and show you guys what sold. I'll go somewhat quickly, just to keep this video, I don't know, under half an hour. But okay, first things first, I have listed a lot of items from my collection, listing the NES games, NES Complete games, and the Sega Genesis games. Basically, these are two systems that I will never play. They're just, I've collected them just for collection's sake, which is fun, and I don't, condemn that in any way. But right now, me and Alyssa are really excited about the potential to buy a new house, and we really want to pay for a huge chunk of that house in cash, if not the whole thing. Right now we own this current house 100%. It's paid off, and we don't have any debt, so avoiding any debt in the future is definitely a priority. So we want to get a small mortgage or no mortgage. And with our babies, Jack and Grace, getting older and getting closer to crawling and walking, I think it's going to become more of a priority as they're running around this house, which is kind of small because I run a business out of the basement, and then we pretty much only use upstairs for personal. So that is why I'm selling some games from the collection, just because I think we'd, rather have a new house than some of the collection games, and I can always collect again in the future from those systems. Still keeping most of the collection, just selling some of the Genesis and NES games. So the Genesis games, some of them have sold, and we got Sunset Riders sold for $84.99 with $3.50 in shipping. Love this game, but I have it for the Super Nintendo, and that is my preferred version, so that's the one I'm keeping. Chewbacca Figure. This was a promotion, 40% off, and it sold for $8.99. So yeah, I'm promoting a lot of things at 40% off, 30%, 20%, and 10%, depending on how long they've been listed. Two Tribes, a super rare game by the company Super Rare, sold for $53.97. Great deal for the buyer on that. And then again, selling a lot of Wii remotes and nunchucks. I raised the price on the Wii remote nunchuck combo to $24.99 and got a sale. Was selling them for $14.99 and then up to $19.99, and now up to $24.99 because honestly, the supply is kind of limited on these right now, and the demand is pretty high. And that's still a good, fair price to get for a Wii Remote and Nunchuck that's in good working order and cleaned. This memory card, $629. I'll walk out with like $3, maybe, after shipping and fees. Sold another, a set of 2 Wii Remotes. Let's see, $19.99 plus 5 in shipping. So that's pretty good price to get for those as well. And they're selling on Amazon and eBay. Finally sold these Power Rangers. The set, 10% off for $80.99 plus calculated shipping. So that's a great sale. Had $40 into them, so just about doubled up, probably a little less after fees. Sold another set of 2 Wii Remotes for $20 plus 5 shipping. Hey You Pikachu had to do 40% off to get it sold, but it sold for $16.19. Handheld Yahtzee for $10.99. This Pokemon card lot, base set cards, base set hollows with some damage and wear. I was asking $30 for a long time, which was aggressive, and then they sold for $18 with a 40% off. Still pretty good sale. Ipod Classic, the buyer got a good deal on this one. 160 gigabyte working, 40% off at $77.99. But I wouldn't have had more than $50 into this, so it's definitely profitable, and I'll take it. Wii Classic controller, $11.69, 40% off. Probably could have got more than that, but hooking a buyer up with a good deal. So if you're interested in anything to buy, check out my eBay store. You might be able to find something like this for 40% off that is under market. Dragon Warrior, sold this out of the collection, $49.99 plus 7 in shipping, complete in box. DS Lite for parts, got $10.49 at 40% off. The screens didn't work, doesn't really do anything, so something's better than nothing on that one. This one, Harvest Moon, 20% off, $19.99. I think Harvest Moon, Animal Crossing, all those types of games are extremely popular right now with the Switch Animal Crossing coming out, which I do want to get. Thane's playing it, a lot of my buddies are playing it, and I think Alyssa would really enjoy it too. So Quinn accidentally ordered a second copy that isn't here yet, so I'm going to buy his and play Animal Crossing. Let me know if you're playing Animal Crossing and what you think. This was a PAL European Mario Kart 8. Amazon customer returned this to me. I don't know. It's not something that I bought or sold, but somehow it got returned to me. So I went over to eBay and sold it for $19.99. Motorcycle manual, had nothing into it. I'm weighing the profit on this bundle of manuals, but $8.99 shipped. It'll ship medium mail, so I'll still get about $4 or $5. Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, sold for $14.99. Probably have a few of those sold. I sold out of them. Had a bunch of them from Five Below, which I paid $5 for. This is, don't even know how to say it, not going to try, but the SNES controller for $19.99. Good sale there. It appears the Star Wars figures are selling at the 40% off rate. So Princess Leia sold for $17.99. Still pretty good sale on that one. Dragon Warrior 2, this was not from the collection. This was from somebody else's collection. It sold at 40% off for $41.99. Definitely a good deal for the buyer, but the box is in really rough shape and there's no manual. So the box wasn't really seen as, significant value. This one, 20% off. It is Guitar Hero 5 with the wireless dongle. So the buyer got a good deal on this one. And then it was including calculated shipping. And for some reason there's not an Amazon listing on that one, so that's why I sold that on eBay, but it's tested, works, great shape, and yeah, they're happy. The buyer on this one, they messaged me that they want to cancel that order, so I'm just going to cancel it. I'll do that in a second. But it was Shenmue 2 for $12.99. Rock Band 1 and 2. That sold for $14.39 shipped. Normally I'd trade those in. Actually, there's 3 Rock Bands. But since I had a nice little bundle that was easy to list together, I figured I could just put them in a lot. The Tony Hawk Wii dongle for $8.99. George Michael Faith think I was asking 30, and finally it sold for 24 with the 20% off promotion. Sold another Wii Remote with Nunchuck for $19.99, so you guys saw I raised it to $24.99 and got a sale like that. This I recently purchased at a garage sale for $5, and it sold for $31.49 plus shipping. It's an AC/DC DVD, like deluxe collector's edition set. I definitely lost money on this one. Minute for the Nintendo Switch. Had $30 into it. Sold for $30 with free shipping. So I walk out with like 20. Sometimes that happens, and on the limited run games that I bought many months ago that are finally getting here, not doing too well on most of them. Another Wii Remote set for 20 plus 5 in shipping. So you can see I've sold 4 of those. Dune for the Sega Genesis. Finally sold at 40% off for $30. It's a good condition cartridge, so the buyer got a pretty good deal on that one. And then Prey for the PS4. I had $8 into this at retail, I remember, so I almost broke even. Sold for $10.79 shipped. Lose a few dollars on that one. This one I sent the buyer an offer. It's a Fisher Price lot. I sent him an offer for $18 plus shipping because they didn't want the helicopter or something, and offered $15. I said, well, I don't want to separate it, but I'll give you the whole lot for $18. My buy cost on this, very low, maybe $2. Pink Floyd, Is Anybody Out There? The Wall Live, limited, complete. I believe it's a CD set. $24.99, had $5 into that at the estate sale, where I also got the AC/DC one. Xenogears. These were deep in the bin of one of the collection purchases that I got, and sold them for $24, disc only. More Pokemon cards. So the Slow King lot of Hollows sold at 30% off for $10.49 shipped. And then this camera finally sold because of a discount. It's untested. I have no idea if it works, but it sold for $24 shipped. Probably ship it in a padded flat rate envelope. We Are the World. It's a sealed album. Got it for $1 or less. $19.19 shipped, and it'll ship medium mail. So I'll walk out with about 14. So it looks like this is a viewer sale from Clayton. So thank you, Clayton. He bought Battle Arena Toshinden, and he bought that for $10.49, but he says, thank you so much for all the content. I'm a healthcare worker on the front lines of this outbreak, and your videos help me wind down after a long work day. I've been reselling for about 90 days and have about 5,500 in total sales. Clayton, great start, and owe a lot of that to your videos. Thank you to you and your crew for all that you do. You all have helped me find something fun, healthy, and rewarding to do with my time away from my stressful job. Have a great weekend. Clay from Retro Armory. So Clay, great start, 5,500 sales in 90 days. Your first 90 days. Keep up the hustle. And yeah, this is a crazy time, but definitely fun to have some videos to watch, have some stuff to list, some stuff to ship. So thank you for that order. Sold these Sony over-the-ear headphones also for $23.99 shipped. I debated listing these because the ear muffs have some wear and tear, but clearly the buyer's okay with that. So we'll take it. This is a collection sale. Looks like they actually sold for $31.34 plus shipping. It's Pac-Man complete and in really good shape. So that's honestly kind of a premium to get for that one because of the condition. So that's a good sale. Twin Cobra on the NES sold for $8.99, cartridge only. Was trying to get 15. It sold at 40% off. Good deal for the buyer. Mega Man 1. This one was hard for me to sell, but I'm happy to have $250 plus shipping to go towards our next house. But that's a good sale. The box has a little bit of wear. Manual's in good shape. Cartridge is in really good shape. It's just not a game that I'll ever play, so I was willing to get it shipped. Plus, you can get all these Mega Man games in the collections, like for the Switch, for other systems. So it's just not necessary for me, though I still understand somebody wanting to get complete NES games. Another Star Wars figure sold for $7 shipped. Gonna walk out with about $3. Another Animal Crossing sold for $14.99. Big Trouble game. Bought this from my buddy Josh. Probably got $5 or $8 into it. Sold for $17.99 plus shipping. Frogger had $1 into it, and it sold for $9.09. Damaged label, so that's kind of why it didn't get a better price. Another World limited run sold for $40. Probably about broke even on that because the buy cost is around $30. Gyromite on the NES, $5.99 shipped. I must have been asking $10. Yeah, I was asking $10. It sold at 40% off. Can't blame the buyer on that one. Limited run, the N64 Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, pretty cool. But it sold for $44.99 plus $6 in shipping. Another Wii and Nunchuck set, $19.99. Love selling those because I have so many of them. Nido King Hollow Lot. Condition issues, but still awesome cards. Sold for $13.99. You can see most of these sales are happening because of the promotion. This one, I upped the price back to $18.99 because selling for $11.97 is way under market. And I had been selling them at $19.99. They just kind of slowed down a little bit. This one I never thought would sell. The Pig on a Swing Homemade Art. $23.99 plus $10 in shipping. I got this from the eBay inventory purchase from Rob a few months ago. And wouldn't have paid much for it, but it sold. I sent 20% off on some of the matchbook lots. One buyer took me up on it. Sold for $16 plus $5 in shipping. So I've sold 2 of the lots, and I also sold some of the books. So I've got 20, 40 plus 16 in sales. 56 before fees, maybe about $45 in after fee sales on those so far. Still 78 last to go. There's a ton of them. My Little Pony for $4.79. I'm gonna make like $1 or $2, but buy cost on those is like nothing. I bought a whole collection of tons of them for like $8, something really cheap at a garage sale. Here's one of those Rage and Fallout 3s. Great deal for the buyer at $11.97. My buy cost was $8, so I'm about breaking even on that. But again, I raised the price back up on them. And then these are all collection sales from Sega Genesis that all kind of had payment issues. I was able to get that resolved and get them all sold, and I'll get them shipped today. So I apologize to any of the buyers. Took up to a week on these to get the payment resolved, but I'm going to get them shipped out this morning. $17.99 on Afterburner 2. Phantasy Star on Master System, got a great price for this one at $100 plus shipping. Genesis games are definitely spiked right now, so that's another reason that I was willing to sell them. I haven't played any of them, and I won't play them, so good time to sell. $50 shipped on Streets of Rage. Don't get me wrong, I'm a collector, and it can be difficult to sell games. But when you got 2 babies and a wife that, we're all excited about getting a new house and stuff, kind of changes your motivation on some things. Sonic and Knuckles sold for $37.99. Complete. NBA Jam Tournament Edition for $15.99. I love NBA Jam Tournament Edition on Super Nintendo. Super fun game. But NBA Playgrounds 2 on Switch, I'm playing that a lot right now and definitely recommend getting that one. Super cheap. It's like $20 retail. Can probably get it for less. And it's got a pretty active online community right now, so hop on NBA Playgrounds 2. Eternal Champions Complete for $14.99. And last but not least, Metroid, the yellow box, no manual, great condition box, sold for $50 plus $5 in shipping. And that is all of the eBay sales. A crazy amount, 67 sales. I also have 8 that I have to ship on Amazon. So I have 75 labels to do this Monday morning. Crazy. So that'll probably be my entire Monday, actually. It'll take up the majority of the day. It's 8:45 now, so I got to get going. Try to get them all shipped out by this afternoon. But yeah, times are crazy right now. My recommendation is get as much as you can listed. If you don't have a ton of stuff to list, get your business organized. get all the receipts entered in, get all your cost of goods, create an eBay inventory management system like I have over here. You can check out the video, eBay Inventory Management System, I believe is the name of it, in my backlogs to see how to do that. But stay positive, stay safe, stay home, take care of your family, and message me on Facebook or Instagram if you have any questions. But thank you guys for coming along for this video. Stay tuned. Still got at least 3 thrifting videos coming out that I've already recorded, saving in the backlog. So stay tuned for those, and I'll keep you guys updated on sales as well. See ya.